Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do is push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. How everybody out there doing it? There's your boy, Coach Lee. Welcome to the Happy Hump Days Wednesday night, the Nothing But Basketball show, where we take some insight into anything that's basketball related, WNBA, NBA, college, whatever y'all feel like talking about as far as people that's in here viewing with us tonight. But let's get the crew up in here. So we got a banging out show for you. Right off the bat, we got to get my man. He always coming here with that hot fire, doing this damn thing. Meta White.
Oh yeah, who want to up? You know, who want to up on Spalding? You heard me? What's going on? It's hump day. Mess this basketball up tonight. What's going on with y'all, man? It's Tuquan Watt over here, man. Like I said, hope everybody's having a great night, great day as well. Prior to that, but we gonna get it rolling tonight. Nothing but basketball. I'm gonna shut the hell up. And I'm gonna bring my guy on here. He also from the East Coast. I don't know why the hell he's still wearing that Celtic hat like he's going to bring them luck. Game 7 is tomorrow, 8:30. My guy in the building, dog. Bring him in, man, with some laughter. My guy, Chili Will, in the building. My goddamn button will work, man. Get it. You know what's going on. What's going on, Bobby?
If it's the basketball show, I'm going to be wearing the Celtics hat, man. That's how it goes. That's how you know what show it is.
Show itself.
See the hat.
I thought maybe the Nets. Is it some Bucks? What is it?
It is the Celtics. You better cut that out.
The Boston Bucks.
So we are officially in basketball off season now.
Yes, we are.
We are, man. It's come a long way, man. Definitely come a long way. We got here. You know, through all these shows, I want to shout out everybody. Like, share, subscribe, man. We got through the NBA season. So we appreciate and y'all appreciate everything that we discussed and everything that went down this season. A few of us were right. Yeah, a few of us. Because a lot of us are wrong. Or what was going to happen before the season started or even through the season. But, you know, shout out to those Nuggets, man. Congrats to them.
Yeah, Joker finally got his. Say what, Coach?
What y'all think about the game?
I think it went as expected.
Tap out.
Yeah. Definitely D. Bums certified. Yeah, man. Like, look, Nuggets earned it. They earned it. They had a nice little run, man. I mean, they had some little assists here and there with injuries and shit, but hey, you still got to win the games, and they went out and won the games, and Joker finally got his ring, and I love how much he doesn't really care about all the other bullshit.
Yeah, definitely feel good. The way the game statured, the last game, Game 5, it actually, put me out. It put me in the seat for the last 15 minutes of the game. The way it went down, the way it ended too. It's bad the way it ended, but one thing Denver did in Game 5 was they executed in the fourth. We know all season long that Heat have been killers in the fourth quarter. And in order to win the championship, in all the deciding games that they were able to win to advance in series, they did it once again. That's the true estimate of a champion. Shout out to the Nuggets. You can say Joker at the top, yeah, but shout out to Mike Malone. Shout out to Popeye Jones. Shout out to guys that were never able to possibly get one, and they finally got one.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all those guys from top to bottom. Got it. Like we discussed all year. Top to bottom, their roster is flawless right now.
And shout out to Roxbury's own Bruce
Shout
Brown.
out to Roxbury's own Bruce Brown, man. Shout out to Bruce Brown. He's everybody's cousin. He's not my cousin, and I met him before.
Right, me either.
But I've seen him play basketball, and when he was at Miami, I said he got something in him.
He's a dog. That's what he always been. He always been a dog.
I said once he gets a steady offensive game going, he's gonna be good. And the market's good now. He's gonna make some money. He definitely proved it on the court. You know what I'm saying? With a championship team. Shout out to him. He's gonna bring the championship, I'm hearing, to the Bean. Bring it to Brighton. I want to see it. Shout out to that man.
Hey, yo, this right here. That's why we're lucky Baz didn't win.
Whole Boston is claiming, oh boy. Nah, but at the end of the day, that's how it should be, D. That's how it should be.
We should represent.
Follow or not, you hear that this man's participating for a championship, you got to celebrate him. Whatever city he's from. I expect this city to celebrate him. That's what it is, man.
Hey, if Boston did rap like that, my man D would be double platinum, man.
Exactly. You already know that would be double platinum. I feel like it wasn't a series. Denver just gave Heat a game to make them feel good. It was a mismatch all around. Yeah. Yes, it was a mismatch, but you got to think about Miami. They
also down 2 players, yeah.
They was in the play-in, potentially couldn't get in. Yeah. They got in, beat the team that potentially could have won the East, the Bucks. Then they had a series. People don't realize, though they mollywalked the Knicks, that's a classic series. They went through that. They went to another series against the Celtics, a rematch of last year, and they won that, despite giving the Celtics 3 games, though the Celtics gave them 3 games. It went 7, and the Miami handled the biz. Ran out of gas simply. Everybody talking about Jimmy Butler is this and that. Dude, Jimmy's a professional basketball player. Anybody that's down in Jimmy Butler right now, what have you done? You know what I'm saying? Like, what have I done to talk about a guy that's in the NBA Finals, getting there, pushing his team throughout the playoffs, and getting to a point where people dream of? Like,
yeah, that's why I wear the hat, but I do not always align myself with the rest of the fan base because, they were so happy to kill Jimmy when they lost, and I'm like, bruh.
And it's everybody. It's simple people.
But it was worse out of the Boston fans. They were like, oh, y'all call him, but y'all shit on Tatum. Like, yeah, Tatum be playing like shit at times. What you want? Like, Jimmy couldn't, because Jimmy couldn't carry the boulder all the way up the hill. Like, right, he did what he could, man. He had injuries on his team, and he got him to the finals as an 8th seed. You got to respect that. He came out the mud. That man was barely even drafted. He had 4 players on his team who weren't drafted. Shit's crazy.
True. So I didn't realize this. The what they call it now? The owner call him the governor.
Kroenke?
I didn't know that.
Kroenke.
So he just win championships, huh?
He basically print money too. Yeah, that dude's doing well.
So I'm looking at he owns the Nuggets, he owns the Rams, he owns the Avalanche, the Rapids, The Gladiator. He's got like 7, 8, 9 teams that he owns.
Must be fucking nice, huh?
Butler was injured the whole series. I mean, basketball's a game where you go in there and just compete. And there's a lot of people go through things in life, but you're out there competing. There's a lot more than injuries going on for Jimmy Butler. I don't think people knew about the situation, but he also had a little family issue in regards in the series. And I mean, you know, it doesn't mean anything because at the end of the day, you go out there and compete. Win or lose, you got to go out there on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the win and losses are there. But ultimately, the win and losses for you is within family and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you don't know about it, Jimmy's father, I believe, was dealing. I don't know what he was dealing with, but I had read a clip. I was going to put it on the basketball show a few weeks ago, but I kind of didn't because, you know, it was kind of like people would have probably to me like, oh, that's an excuse for him not performing. Ultimately,
no excuses.
You know, you deal with trying to get your team over and help you, then you hear some crazy stuff like that. Yeah, it can motivate you, but he already had enough gas that was ran through him the whole series.
Like in general, that man needs no motivation. That's why everybody was pissed at Grant when Grant got at him because it was like, yo, that's the one dude you don't got to push his buttons, bro. His buttons are already like they start pushed. But yeah, D. I mean, yo, and if you make it, we all make it. Don't forget us.
Oh, definitely, man. With the champions, man, riding the mile high, man. And shout out to both teams. Shout out to both coaches. Definitely. Shout out to an awesome NBA season. You know, in my eyes, the parity is here. It's here now. We were saying, oh, this team could be this, that for all these years, and there's still people on ESPN now like, oh, the Nuggets can win it again next year. And I'm gonna say it right now on wax, they're not gonna win it again next year, but they will be in the hunt for it. But I feel like this parity all around the league, man, and we don't know what team could win, but we hope our team.
I'm gonna build it. I mean, yeah. When given the chance to bet, you obviously always take the field over the returning champion. Always.
Absolutely.
That's just safe bet. Smart bet. But I can see them back in the finals, though.
Yeah.
Because I don't see anybody in the West suddenly. I mean, look, trades can happen and shit like that, but I don't see anybody in the West turning it up and turning it around. And they basically, again, we talked about injuries, but they basically just moonwalk through
the one team that should be competing against them, but is full of knuckleheads, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, like the Grizzlies were supposed to be that up and coming talented team to do it, and they're all idiots. So, and I mean, like almost top but not all of them, but like you got their best players wilding, their best defender or alleged best defender. He want to start shit with everybody, and then you got probably the second best player overall. He just can't be consistent.
Oh, Garrett Cole, perfect through 5. Damn, can he be perfect through a season? But that's a good thing he's perfect through 5, man. In June. But now shout out to the Yank. Now I'm talking about, in general.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, perfect through a season.
Shout out to him, man. Perfect is perfect, man. Let me know the update, Bailey. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate your comment. You know what I'm saying?
Green in the building, yeah.
Shout out to you. I've never seen you before, I believe. If I have, and I'm blind and I haven't seen you, I see you now.
Welcome to the chat.
What's going on? Ooh, nothing but basketball. We here. We always here, man. Full court.
We back. You must be like this week, yeah, because we here every week, come through.
So it's interesting. The Nuggets handled their business, but everybody was just so infatuated by the Finals MVP. He was like, "I'm ready to go home." How far out is he?
Home, bro?
I want to go home. So the Jokic, the Joker, all the other good stuff. So he had a priceless reaction to finding out that the NBA championship parade schedule. I believe his schedule is it for tomorrow?
Yes.
But he's already ready to go back home to tend to his horses.
Yeah.
How wholesome is that, though?
You know what it is? It's very Mike Trout energy, and that's why he's hard to build up as the face of your franchise of your league. because he don't even want to be here. He want to get the dubs and go home. Like
he does. They asked him if he's looking forward to the championship parade, and his response, "No, I need to go home."
Yo, I see him shaking the champagne and like
you just like, yeah, this is what we be doing. Yeah, he's like,
but in all, man, I say you are who you are until the media gets you. The media ain't get him yet, man. So he's gonna be the way he is, man. And I hope he does stay the person that he is, man. After the game, you know, giving shakes and hugs to everybody. You know what I'm saying? This is the platform of entertainment, man. We just went through a brawl in 5 games. You know, saying all the right things. But yo, Joker, don't you know you got to go to Disney World? Joker, don't you know there's a few more things you got to do before you can completely stay home? Joker, don't you know your life is like beginning now? If it hasn't already begun for you, this is the start of your. This is the start. This is the NBA. This is like you now. This is like you come into the season now. You know for sure you're the man.
Hey yo, and if we keep treating that man like that, he gonna have a short career. He gonna punch out because if he wasn't so damn good at the game, I would say he hates basketball. But it's really the pageantry. It's everything around it. He would play this game in a dark cellar somewhere with no cameras. But it's weird, man. Like he does not want to be here. He does not want to be going through all the media bullshit. The media run's gonna be all Murray. Watch, it's gonna have to be.
Yeah,
it's gonna have to be because he's not gonna do it. He might do one night show, but like all the Tonight shows and the press run, he's not gonna want to do any of that shit.
Oh no. He gonna get in something. He gonna be so afraid. You know the horse racing. They're gonna pit him at a horse race. They're gonna pit him on tonight. They're gonna get him to do some things. You can be who you are, and it's go through it. You gotta know that you now are. This is you're playing in the United States, so this is what comes with it.
I don't think
maybe overseas you probably get overseas you probably get what he wants, like chill out after whatever, celebrate you whenever you out, but they let you have your time. Nah, America's not let you have time when you face.
What he's gonna do the bare minimum that his obligations require. That's it. He's not gonna do anything extra, nothing more than that. Like if it's in his contract, like yo, you win it all, you got to go do this show and this show. He'll go do those, but that's it. Other than that, there's not gonna be no extra shit. He's not gonna do none of that. He don't want it. He don't hate the
fame. Definitely fame. A lot of people hate the fame, but hey, Tim, man, I believe Cardi B said the other day that she's like boring with her rich life. She had a much better life when she wasn't rich. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things go on. Like I said, people live, in their mind, they live life like us, but the dollar signs out the difference. But hey, man, he's passionate. He goes out there every night and gives it his all. And for him doing all the things that he's done, he deserves to be in the spotlight. Now, Riley, he wants to take the attention. It took Giannis a while to get that. And then Giannis finally, got it, and then now the media is at his neck. I always say, you are who you are until the media gets you. Now, can you survive? We'll see. This is the thing. Ant, shout out to that, Ant. He needs to stop playing small ball. But this is the thing, though. And this is why I said parity earlier. A lot of teams want to go towards a certain team style. You need to get back in the NBA where you play your style. You find a style for you and your players. Don't try to be copycatting styles. Did
you hear that, Avery Johnson?
I feel like it doesn't go like that. You got to pass the ball. You got to shoot too.
That's what happened. They got to go to state.
On some levels, I agree with certain shit, but what I will say is this. It is very hard to say somebody needs to stop something when an AC makes it to the finals. They don't need to stop shit. Whatever they do.
I'm not even just throwing it at them. I'm just throwing it in general. The Heat in general, they play a good ball.
Could they add another certain big, like a certain size big, but I wouldn't add it like a starter, a starting big. I think that lineup works. I think they can add some more depth with size.
Yeah, that's what this is depth with size.
So that when Bam comes off, they're not even smaller than they would be. But nah, you don't come as an AC, get to the finals, grinding like that, and beating really good teams,
Right, being really good teams,
and then change everything you're doing, especially when one of your best players wasn't on the floor.
Nah, baseball players
don't change what you're doing.
want to lose. Yeah, Matt, because baseball already they don't spotlight their players like that. So baseball players could go run back to their countries and go. America is just like. Okay.
To be fair, it's not just a spotlight, but what it is with the baseball, they don't speak English, so you can't.
Yeah, that's true.
They're like, we out. Like, no habla. We done.
Autograph. No mas.
Yeah, no mas. We
don't
done.
say guys at Shaq no more. I'd rather have an athletic 6'9" or 6'10" center than 7'2" fat dude that can't shoot.
What?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's some. I get what he's saying, but as usual,
no. And but it's more to what I just said. But it's more to what I just said. Like, it's about your team at the end of the day. You can have a 7'2" fat dude that can't shoot, and you can have a 6'9" athletic guy on the other side. At the end of the day, it's team versus team. It's not the individual versus the individual at the end of the day.
Matchup.
And that's why I feel like I say teams, copycat teams, where you play like the Heat just showed you can go out there with what you got. And as long as you got the mental and the heart, you can go out there and potentially go out there and shock the world somewhat. Not all the way around, but
yeah. Look, I get what Jake's saying, but as
Shaq was dominant though.
As usual, he's overly aggressive.
Shaq was dominant. Like if you have a 7'2" dude, if you have a 7'2" dude like Shaq on the court, nobody's stopping that.
I mean, yeah, except no.
So you're trying to say Shaq in his prime would not be able to play in the league right now?
Yeah,
I don't think he's gonna go that far. If he's gonna go that far,
I hope not.
I have to pull him aside.
This is the logic that everybody's getting. Everybody on the court don't need to score. Everybody on the court just needs to play their role and do their job. Everybody don't need to score.
To be fair, I've said this before. I get some people who agree with me, some people who don't. Shaq is kind of already in this league right now, and it's Giannis. That's what he would look like if he had came up now, because they would have had him dribbling and doing more, and they would have slimmed him down like he was when he first came in Orlando. They would have had a more skilled player. I'm not saying that Giannis is as dominant, because he's not. No one will ever be that dominant the way Shaq was. What I'm saying is had Shaq the size that he came into the league with, if he came in now in this generation, that's what they would have made him. They would have made him Giannis. Yeah, he knows better than Jack Shaq. I knew that.
Nah. I'm just like, you're not gonna get one of a million Shaqs. You're never gonna.
No, it's a generational talent. That's why they call him that, because you get him once in a generation, if that.
With Joker, they call Joker, man. They call Joker the next one, man, and he's climbing on the beanstalk. To potentially come that, and I hope that his career only blossoms, man. Because like I said a few years ago too, the big man game is trying to come back, and I love that the big men are coming back, and I love that he can potentially be the face of the league. Need big men, bring big men back. I don't care if you shoot threes, but put your ass in the post. Let me get some buckets in the paint. Let me see what you can roll in the paint. You can show me some of that. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him.
Yeah, I think the pure back to Jake's point. I think the pure back to the basket center currently right now is dead. It's going to be dead for a little bit until you get one of those dominant ones back. Even Embiid and Joker. I know Joker just won it, and he's kind of that. But Joker also can spread you to. I mean, he was taking 30 for threes at one point. So like, it's not really. He's not your traditional back to the basket.
No, not back to the basket.
And neither is Embiid.
At times, you can show me. You can give me that. Give me that when you get the ball on the court.
Right. Have it in the repertoire. I'll give you that. Have it in the repertoire. Make it an option.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of people. I feel like hopefully in the next few years, you see people come in with not only the outside game, but get in the post too, dog. You could definitely change games up because everybody want to go shooting threes. You can come down and be your own effective person by then getting his ass in the post, and now he got to play it.
That three not falling every night, so it's gonna be some days you need your baskets. Right. So that's equivalent to having a run game in the playoffs. You got to be able to control the clock and get the points or the yards that you need.
I get what you're saying, Jake. But look, if Baycott can stay healthy and defend, there's still a place for him. Look at Robert Williams. Robert Williams can't shoot. Not a shooter.
But Shaq don't need to shoot though. He just yamming you under the. He just driving you.
I think I think we officially moved like Shaq. We know what Shaq was. Like we again, Shaq's just unicorn in terms of overall.
I'm curious what you think about Olajuwon playing now.
Olajuwon would kill right now. Olajuwon had a 15-footer. He had a little midi if he needed it. He also had the best post moves and more quickness than most centers in the league right now. If Joker can do what he's doing with his foot speed, Olajuwon would kill still.
Yo, Olajuwon would have to play in the East because it'll be Joker versus Olajuwon every year. That would be crazy to see. That would be crazy to see.
It would be.
Hakeem was a problem. He was just a little ridiculous.
So speaking of problems, a good segue. So the next topic for the night, obviously, we preference it by saying that our season is officially here. The draft is a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
And right now, you got a lot of trade scenarios coming. Get it all in.
The Vancouver Grizzlies. Woo, 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 woo. This is Bob Costas.
So, predicting the next wave of NBA stars to hit the trade block. Right off the top, who do you say is out there to get traded? Obviously, somebody made a lot of noise today.
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams. What you said?
Nah, man. We're not talking about. We say Joker, but it's Jokic. They call him Joker. Jokic is the big center from the Denver Nuggets who just won this championship the other day. But no, you call him Joker though.
Bill's definitely been discussed today in regards to Washington's new GM wanting to start refresh, and if that's the case, they said they'll look into trading him, moving him. Interesting thing about Bill's contract is that he kind of controls the narrative, but the value may not come as high as potentially it probably could. But I can understand that because compared to other players in the league, you say he's a good player, but where are you going to put him out on the list? And that's what it comes down to. Where are you going to put him out on the list of players?
Bill,
yes.
Bill's a top 5 shooting guard.
No. I'm talking about overall.
I mean, top.
Because you got to remember now, it's 1s, 2s, and 3s now. If he goes to a championship team, is he going to be that second piece? It's going to be that third piece, that type of thing. So he could
be. Look, if he goes to Miami, he's the second best player, possibly like first in terms of like being able to create offense. But
who's going to be a stud?
I saw the trade opportunity for him, like the proposed trade, which was Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, and a 10th round or 10th overall pick, I think it was for Beal. I think other teams can. Is that a better deal than a pick and Jaylen Brown? I don't know. We'll see.
No,
I think it's a good fit for him there though.
But if go around like over there, I feel like that won't go over there because when he plays it.
He also played in Florida, so maybe he'll want to go to Miami.
You got another young soon. He's trying to become a phenomenon. You got Kyle Kuzma over there, so maybe not. When you got Hero going over there, maybe they can be cohesive.
Yeah.
But I don't know about that. It's not gonna take a lot though to go get him, man. Jaylen Brown potentially. I potentially could see him going to Boston.
That's what I was saying. Like, I feel like Jaylen.
No, but I don't think they have to give Jaylen Brown up.
Oh, you got to give up. Look, they signed him to a huge contract. He wanted to stay. That's the cornerstone.
No, it doesn't matter if Boston wants to eat the deal. It doesn't matter if Boston wants to eat the money.
They can't eat the money without moving one of those guys.
Because the new CBA, it only allows you really to have 2 max deals on it now.
So they got to move Bill. I mean, they got to move Jaylen, yeah.
So, then that doesn't work then. He's not going to Boston because they're not moving him. They're not moving him for that. They're not moving him for Bill. I don't think Bill makes them. I think that team is worse with Bill instead of Jaylen.
If he's healthy, I don't think so. I think they're better.
If he's healthy. I just don't see that team. I just don't see that. If If I feel like if you get rid of Jalen, nah, you can't. I just don't think so in that case. And now if you add him with him, that's good.
I think he's a better shooter. I think he can handle the rock a lot better factually. And yeah, I just think he can create better than Jalen. You drop off a little on defense, but you pick way up on offense.
So who would you prefer?
Bill.
Okay.
But I do worry about the health, yeah.
For the Celtics, in this situation, Bill or Brown, I would prefer Brown. And that's no disrespect to Bill. On another team, bring in if Bill's addition with them, cool. But if it's got to be a swap, then I'm not doing a swap. I
just think Bill offers a better fit next to Tatum.
Yeah, I remember too, dog. You got my man Kyle Kuzma over there, dog. Come on, dog.
Chris Paul
ain't having that.
Why are we hyped about Kuzma? Can we stop talking
about that? Kyle ain't having that, dog. Kyle's over there.
Ain't having what? Kyle don't make decisions. He's a fucking third string guy. He's like a third.
He's about to be the number one.
No, he's
not. He's about to be out. He's about to be the number one.
What's that mean?
Mikal
Bridges is the number one right now. Don't nobody care.
Who?
I said Mikal Bridges is the number one right now. Don't nobody care.
Don't do Bridges like that. Don't do Bridges like that. Let's go back to that conference, man. The Heat will definitely make a trade, whether it be for Dame or Bill, is happening. The Heat's front office has already said they're going to be aggressive, getting a new piece to elevate from this year. Yeah, I can see the Heat. I want to be the Heat definitely.
The trade deadline, but O'Reilly was asleep.
Yeah. And who knows? That might have helped them.
We all agree that Bill's on the move. DeMar DeRozan. Now he might.
DeMar DeRozan's a guy every year. I feel like
that whole team they need to blow up.
Say again.
They got to blow up that whole team, basically.
Yeah.
Like get the max you can get trading DeRozan, get the max you can get trading Levine.
You're gonna have to because they don't know what's gonna happen with Ball. He's probably done playing forever.
Ball's career might be over.
Vucevic is an unrestricted free agent.
Right, he's gonna walk.
So yeah, they're in a bad way. It looked very promising, but they're gonna be right back to where they were before they got all those pieces around Levine, to where he's gonna be trying to force himself out of there as well again too.
Somebody's gonna get rich.
Do you think Lillard stays in Portland?
I just took a shot at Bridges. What are you talking about? Lillard, I think he wants to, but at the same time, I think it's best for everybody if they move on.
Everlasting story of Damian Lillard in Portland, man. It gotta happen. It's gotta happen. What more? How many more Dame jerseys can you buy? Like really? I just said this about Tom Brady. How many Tom Brady jerseys can you? How many more Tom Brady jerseys can you buy? Like we know that he's a good player and he's making millions on that, but how much more jerseys can you buy?
See, it was New England, and it's a whole 4 to 6 states, so they keep producing babies, so they kept buying more jerseys. But Portland's only one place. I agree. I agree. Portland, I agree. Portland, I agree. It's a smaller place.
Like,
the jersey style's got to be up by now. Everybody who's gonna get a Dame jersey got one.
Where you go, whatever team you go to, they gonna be buying your jersey.
Yeah.
Come on, Dame. You need a new jersey, bro.
So what do y'all think about Siakam?
Siakam is a piece. I can see it moving because they have so many of the same players. So which one of these players do you like, and which one of these players is expendable? I think OG is the guy that you keep. Honestly,
they shopped him. That's crazy.
Definitely shocked him. There's a lot of that whole team needs to be revamped. And they can be revamped to be in a good direction. They're not a team that if they change stuff right now, they're going to become one of the worst in the league. They still have a respectable team. I don't know how the new coach is going to react, but it's Toronto. He can uplift them guys.
They should just build around OG and Barnes and move everything else.
Yeah.
It's like Barnes. It kind of flops Barnes' development. You know what I'm saying? Because
Barnes is nice. Like Barnes gonna do it.
Yeah, he's gonna ball regardless, but I feel like having all those players, having all of the same players kind of stunts his growth. Because all these players are playing.
He should be the guy right now. And instead he kind of shares with Siakam when he's healthy. He shares with, you know what I mean? So just Look, Siakam was nice. You got the ring out of him when he was there with Kawhi. Move on.
Is trading Brown to Portland with Dame and some picks?
First of all, it'll be a pick. It won't be picks. It'll be one pick. It'll be probably Jalen for Dame and that third, or was that third or fourth? I think it's third. Yeah. But I don't know. I think there's other deals on the trade. I think there's other deals on the table for Dame that don't require moving that pick. And I think they're gonna take that deal instead of the Boston deal. I also don't, as Boston, I don't want to trade for a 33-year-old point guard. How many aging point guards are we gonna try this with?
Yeah, a lot of aging guys. Yeah, man. You gotta maybe the Celtics.
Okay, so they got the third pick, we said, right? So I think possibility Dame can be moved. Only for the simple fact, I just want to throw something out there real fast. So it's not probably the worst kept secret is the affection that the Pelicans have for Scoot. And they're sitting there at the third pick. They might have to move some parts around to try to move up to their pick, which could probably facilitate a 3-team deal where Dame could be on the move. They're moving up. I'm just thinking outside the box.
Yeah. It gets crazy, though, because that puts Dame to Charlotte if you want that second pick, if you're going to make it a 3-team trade.
Right.
So that puts Dame to Charlotte. Then they got to make a decision on LaMelo, which if I'm Charlotte, putting Dame on that team next to LaMelo, if you keep LaMelo, that's still not a contending team. So, and Dame's not going to want that. So I'm better off just drafting Scoot and trying the Scoot next to Melo thing.
I can see that.
It's going to be difficult. Whoever wants that if they really want to get to that second pick to get Scoot, it's going to cost them quite a bit. Not just because it's the second pick, but because Charlotte needs a lot to make it worth it for them. Otherwise, they just can draft Scoot.
I can see that.
But also, we've read mock drafts where they don't even draft Scoot, where they draft Miller because he's a wing and it makes more sense. But I think a lot of teams look, it's Jordan. We have no idea what's going to happen.
None whatsoever.
Right. So, in fact, whatever the good idea is probably won't be the one that happens.
I feel like the Heat and Nets. I feel like the Heat and the Nets will be teams that go shot for Dame.
I can see that. But does he have a no trade? Can we check that? I don't remember if he has a no trade.
Right.
If he has a no trade, the Nets are out. Because why would he want to go there? It's going to cost them Mikal Bridges probably, and he's going to want to play with Bridges if he goes there. They also have to re-sign Claxton, and picking up Dame's contract is not going to help that. They're still, and in terms of, I don't know if it's not a super max, but they still got that bum ass Simmons contract under them. Maybe they can make him part of the trade, but then I'm asking Portland why.
3 hours ago, no, he doesn't have a no trade clause.
Okay, well, I guess he can go anywhere then.
Yes.
Or do you think they just keep the pick and take somebody like a Brandon Miller?
Who, Portland?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they do that, they can still trade Dame. I don't see it. There's no pick. You're gonna have to sign somebody and pick somebody that's ready to yeah.
The thing is, who can they get a trap? Sacramento. Like, who are they gonna? The thing is, they have a great team. Like, they could be a team next year that, with a piece or two can go out there and possibly compete again. But who is gonna go to Sacramento? That's the question. I'm not saying nobody will, but who can they maneuver something? Who knows?
And whoever it is needs to play some kind of defense because that team does not.
They don't play defense at all.
At all.
Bill's the only player in the NBA with a no trade clause, I believe. Yes, he is. He's on the short list. He's on the short list.
It's the shortest list. It's one guy.
No. I'm talking about in terms of in history. I mean, he's a lone player in the NBA right now, but players
LeBron has been traded well.
Carmelo Anthony, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, LeBron James, Dirk Nowitzki, David Robinson, John Stockton, and Dwayne Wade.
Ever. That's the only ones ever. That's crazy.
Yes.
Didn't know that. Fascinating.
Crazy.
Bill. Imagine. Look, that was smart by Bill because, like, he knew that he was the team so bad he was going to be on the trading block every year. But he was like, I'm not just going to go anywhere. Fuck that. Like, it's not happening.
You got Washington in their pocket right now. He's the only reason why they're going into the arena to fucking watch games.
It's true. It's true. That's very true. What about your man Kuzma?
Yeah, once Bill leave, they're gonna be coming to see Kuzma. They're gonna come to the game regardless. Kuzma's gonna be the guy.
I do want to know where Bill goes though. He's the only, like, him and Dame are the two that are available to move, that they could change stuff. But Bill's the only one that could change stuff for a longer period of time. Dame, I think Dame's got a 2-year window where he's gonna be like a true difference maker in terms of like he can come and put you into a contending situation. Beal, I think, can do that for a little bit longer. Dame's better, but Beal's a little bit younger. So, like, people don't realize, like, everybody want Dame. Like, I love Dame, but when the next time he laces up in an NBA game, he's gonna be 33 years old.
Yeah,
that's just the facts.
Along with the two.
Yeah, they waited. They waited too long. It should have been the last cycle, the last contract. Sometime during that contract or early in this one is when they should have moved him. And they waited too long. His value is dropping a little bit because of that. And Portland do Portland things.
Portland things. No, Dame do Dame things, man. Dame, go get you a New Jersey, bro.
Yeah, just please don't make it in Boston.
As of an hour ago, the two teams favored for Bill's services are the Heat and the Sixers.
The Sixers too.
Sixers are fascinating. Because who do they move? Is it Tobias and, like, are they gonna move Maxey in that move? Is Maxey the guy who goes? If that's the case, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'd rather keep Maxey. He's younger, cheaper. Just ride with Maxey. Is it like a sign and trade? Oh, you can't even sign and trade no more. So wait, can you sign and trade as long as it's not Max?
I believe so.
All right, well, then I guess. But is Harden gonna make anything but the max now? Harden's in that.
No, they don't gotta get rid of Maxey, dog. The 76ers ain't gonna be. They don't have to get rid of Maxey, dog.
They get rid of somebody.
Yeah. You're not gonna get rid of Maxey. Trust
Harden?
me. No,
I think Harden goes back to Houston.
It's got to be Harden that moves.
Tobias. You're gonna move Tobias. You're gonna move Shake Milton, and somebody else. You good, man? You good.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. But here's the thing: when you do that, you're automatically that means you're letting Harden walk.
Philly, what pick? Philly does Philly got a first round pick?
I feel like.
Let me go check.
Even if they do it, you still got to let Harden walk just from a contract standpoint. There's no way you can have Harden's contract, Bill's contract.
No, they asked out. Asked out. If they would have had a draft pick, I would have said the draft pick would have tried to throw the lump. But you don't even have a draft pick in the draft this year. So
even with the draft pick, you couldn't keep all three. They all make too much money. Way too much. And then you still got other guys. So
Montrezl Harrell. Bring it back to Washington.
So also, as of about 6 hours ago, the Washington Wizards and Bradley Beal will work together to find a trade for the 3-time All-Star if the team elects to reset the roster in the near future. So this is like both sides are mutually in interest on moving on.
I think they knew that when they signed the deal.
Already? You paid him the money? Right. He's gonna make his money regardless, and I mean, whoever takes him is gonna have to take that gonna have to take that cut.
It's a big contract, but like I said, when he's healthy, which I think he can be healthy more often than not. I think he didn't play so much this year because they sucked. But he's one of the best scorers in the league, low key, and he can handle the rock and create. Yeah, I'd love him here in Boston. Plus, they got that. Him and Tatum got that connection from where they grew up.
Well,
I can't tell if you just hate Beal or if you're really
no,
attached.
no, it's not Bill, bro. It's not Bill. I just feel like
So then you're attached to Brown. I don't understand why.
An add-on. He needs to be an add-on. You feel me? Like, okay, all right. Feel like, all right. Pick me. Go to the next person on the list, and then we go connect this all together. Go to the next person on the list.
From what?
The next person on the list is Cat.
Now, hold on. Now, if you could go get Cat, trade Smart, Al Horford, all that for Cat, and then you go get Bill, I'm not mad at the Celtics now. I feel like now you have two scorers and a guy in the post that at least can get you buckets at times.
So your problem is the same. I see what your problem is. Your problem has always been, at least it's a consistent problem. You continuously want us to just get a big.
All y'all need is a big. Y'all can keep Jalen and Taysom if y'all just go get a big. Nobody listening to me. And it's like everybody in the blur. Like, they look bad when they're struggling because they don't have a guy to go under. These guys need a big man like Craig and Day needed Homie and Friday. Like, need them. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my thing, though.
Still needed in the paint at some point in time.
Yeah, dog.
So we need a post presence. Here's the thing. I agree that we need a guy that you could just dump down and give buckets to. I can see that. I just don't think Cat's the one. Cat can score.
Well,
Cat is
he's the one.
But he's not a dog.
He might not be the one, but he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there. Like, I was talking to my brother today, and I said, no bull. If you got a big man in the NBA that can at least do that, sometimes it's a dime a dozen. You need that. Now, if you can add somebody like that to a team that's already basically like, oh, we can win the championship. Come on, man. This is math class right here. This all adds up. But nobody wants to take the addition. They want to take the subtraction, division.
It's because of the heart, bro. He disappears on a team that should be his.
He needs a city. He needs a city that believes that for him. He been done with Minnesota. His pops got hurt at a Minnesota game. Cap been trying to get out of Minnesota forever.
Bro, if you were in Minnesota and scored 20, they believe in you. They believe in whoever they got because they don't got a lot of them.
Come to Boston and do that.
My point is Minnesota did believe in him. The reason they stopped believing in him is because of who he is. He's not that guy.
I think that and Edwards came in and he put his flag right in the middle of the team.
Yeah, that hurt. Definitely hurt. But he had a whole 4 years before that to take it from Wiggins, to take it from Levine, to be the guy he was. And
I just feel like it's still there. Still in Minnesota. Okay. He's still.
Look, I'm not gonna argue. If you can get him for low, not low, but like if you
can get him. Minnesota, go talk to Minnesota, Boston. I swear, go talk to Minnesota about potentially what you can go get for his services. He's serviceable. Like, executives are already saying that he's on the market. And he's gonna be on the market. Like,
so what if they want Jalen though? Then that's a no-go, right? Because like they're gonna want Jalen.
Depends on what the moves are. My thinking for the Celtics is, if I'm getting rid of Jalen, yeah, you want to find a replacement for him, cool. But my other plan has to go. Like, Horford can no longer be a guy in rotation, but he can be no longer a guy that you rely on. Like, he can be a guy you rely on as a top 3 scorer during your question.
And Jake, I don't know if I said identity so much as just heart. He's just not. He's not a dog. Like he doesn't have. No, thank you.
Hold on, are you talking as a Kervin? Are you speaking that as a Heat fan? The Heat go get Kyrie, or are you speaking that to this Will man as a Celtic fan? Because he may be talking about Kyrie going to Miami.
Could be.
That would probably cost them Hero, and I know Coach would be.
I think Florida, if they get Kyrie, it'll be global warming. It'll become cold in Miami. It'll be hot up here.
Earth's flat.
I'll take him for Hero.
Yeah, Hero would be good addition next to Luka. Again, no defense, but it's fine.
Picture NBA Jam, Luka and Tyler Hero, and those are the 2 guys that you pick from the Mavericks. Oh my God, he's on fire!
Yeah, it's funny. It's like the old team. Who'd you pick? Like, you had like Sean Bradley out there in NBA Jam and somebody else.
No, the Sean Bradley and what's that? Jim Jackson.
Yeah. Crazy.
I mean, y'all ready for the first break tonight?
Yes,
Sure. We got to work in early.
Got to work in early, baby. So we're going to take our first break for tonight. We appreciate y'all hanging out with your boys. The parlay on the Nothing But Basketball show. We'll be back in about 15, 20. Hold on to your butts.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tamara Moore, former WNBA guard and current head coach at Masabi Range College. I want to give a big shout out to STWF Media, the big brand, for showing love and always being about those good sports. Make sure you guys show them love. You and your community can join them every week to talk about sports. Shouts out to them and make sure you check them out.
Stop calling my city Razors.
Have you ever been to Boston?
Who, me?
No.
Oh, Kirby. Yeah, Kirby. Yeah. All they hear is on the TV, on the news and shit like that.
Yeah, man. Miami, man. Sorry that y'all playing
nothing pot here, man.
Yeah, man. But y'all beat the Celtics, which was good for me. Shout out to you for viewing as well, man. Shout out to you, man. Are you from Miami?
It look like he got a Heat logo. He better be.
Yeah, he got
Shout out to you, man. Appreciate the love.
Absolutely. So, you know, we can't do the number basketball show, and we didn't take a little bit of time to talk about the WNBA power rankings.
Ladies.
First off, when we start this stuff, yo, Diana Taurasi had a donut last night. Yo, unbelievable. I'm sitting here last night like, this can't be life. Not only do the Mercury, you know what I'm saying, get danced on by the Storm, but you had a donut? Brittany Griner had 2 points in 9 minutes? Like, come on.
She left her game in Russia. Yeah, not good. Not good at all.
Before we get to the ranking real quickly, man, did y'all see that the TMZ video about the guy actually like talking crap to her at the airport?
Who, Griner?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I didn't see it, but there's always some idiot.
Always.
Yeah.
You knew it was bound to happen at some point. Anybody not thinking that was not happening, you know.
But there's only bigots and racists in Boston, though. Fuck out of here.
Y'all mad he called Boston out. Y'all mad now. It's not even the fact that you called Boston out. You gotta call every city. You gotta go every city and see who the racist pricks are.
There's racists everywhere.
Every city. You know what I'm saying? They say the people down south are racist. But their racist is better because it's towards white people? I don't understand it. Make it make sense. We like to make sense. Like the NIL. We made it make sense. We had to make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Make it make sense.
Not like Boston. Hold on. Nope. Not like Boston. So you're intruding that they're racist.
Yeah, they're racist.
So what? I don't understand it. But yeah, you know, come to my city. We can come to your city and we can compare and contrast. And we can
compare notes for sure.
Definitely. So
look. Here's the difference. I'll explain the difference to you real quick. The reason why it seems different is because in the South, y'all self-segregate already. Y'all. I'm not saying there's no melting pots, but for the most part, white neighborhoods, black neighborhoods, and y'all stay apart. For the most part, I'm not saying it's universal, but in Boston, everywhere you go is a melting pot. Everywhere you go, we mix. It's so you're gonna see it more. It's gonna come up more. And that's not like there's more to it for sure. There is history to it. The busing situation, we can do a whole podcast on that if we want to, but there is more to it, and I'd love to have that conversation one day.
Yes, sir. Chapo conversation for sure. If Dame gets traded to a decent team after half of the season, he and everyone will realize that he's not the guy he thought he was. Ooh, Ryan with the hot take. A lot of people say that. And it's an aggressive take, but hey, it may be the case. Maybe his Cinderella slip is in Portland. Maybe he's not anywhere else. Maybe that's why he stays in Portland. It doesn't go anywhere else.
It may
Shout
be
that. Shout out to the new viewers tonight, man.
I like this. I like this.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it going.
Man. You know what I'm saying?
That's a hot take, too. I like that. He didn't just come in like, oh, I barely been in here. Now, he came in and brought some heat with him. I like that.
You got to put your comment kept up there for a few more seconds, man.
Yeah. Let that marinate, man. I like that. I like that.
Thinking. If my boy Swizzy's watching right now, Swizzy's probably rolling around right now like, damn, man, this dude's hating on my man Dame. But back to the WNBA, because that's where we was at. Can't disrespect the ladies, because we try to respect them to the best of our abilities, man. We got a ranking as we do every week. I'll take the shout out, man. I'll go through the rankings tonight, you know. And it's do our thing, man. But we'll go 5 this week. We'll go number 5 since Unk's in the building. I hope you still are, my guy. Number 5.
What about them wings? What about them wings?
Number 6 last week, the Dallas Wings. Clear home and road splits continue this week with 2 wins against the Mercury and a defeat to the Liberty. They're now 4-0 in Dallas, but guess where they're not undefeated at? Everywhere else, 1-4, and their travels ahead of the big 3-game homestand that begins this week. Games versus the Sparks, which I think that game was early. I think the Sparks was hammering their asses. I don't know if they won that game. In the Storm. Their ability to play fast and take care of the basketball remains impressive. They are first in both pace and turnover percentage. Hey, they could potentially be a playoff team. I think the second half of the season will pop up for them. They're still trying to get through the bumps and the bruises, but they're competitive. Yeah. Number 4, number 5 last week, the Washington Mystics blew a 28-point lead on Sunday. They held, though, for the second consecutive win over the Seattle Storm. Damn, everybody's bouncing on the Storm, except for the Mercury, who got the ass with last night. They still can't score, but their defense has been so dominant, it doesn't matter. Opponents are shooting 39.7% against them. No team has held opponents under 40% of the season since the Aces in 2019. Number 3 on the list, and we know who the ideal 3 is, but let's see what order they're in this week. Liberty, 7-2. Last week, number 3. There's no moving position, but they faced the Lynx, which was postponed, you know, due to air quality in New York, man. Hope everybody's doing okay in the area, man. I think
damn, dirty ass city. No kidding.
The Canada wildfire.
No, I know.
No, but I heard it was a bunch of women. You know, had a disagreement.
Yeah, so they were trying to protest something, then set a whole fucking thing on fire. Like, you stupid. Like, protest, right? Why you burning shit?
Where the fire came from?
It was a feminist pro. It was a feminist pro. All right, look, let me disclaimer. I didn't read the whole story myself. I heard the secondhand, but I heard it was a feminist protest, and the protest got out of hand, and they lit some shit on fire to make a point, and their point ends up being you burnt down half a goddamn country. So real smooth. I guess your point is missed now, because all we see is that you burn the place down. Trying to set Canada on fire and shit.
So basically, and all this, the Liberty had 5 days off, you know, in doubt for that, you know, because they had no games after that. Put in the extra practice time. And basically, about the previous week ended by scoring 100 points in back-to-back games for the first time in franchise history, and wins over the Dream and the Wings. So New York is just coming in their own right now. They're just loving that they have the roster, and now it's time to dominate. Let's see if they can do that. But this team's going to have something to say about this in the Eastern Conference, and that's the Connecticut Sun, who are 8-2, no move position. Second of their 2 finals rematches this week, the Sun earned the honor of being the first team to win a game against the Aces. Broke the undefeated streak of the Vegas Aces there, and they did so to a historic night from Dewana Bronner, who had 41 in the clip. Ooh, that's crazy. Alyssa Thomas escaped a serious injury, though, during a scary collision, and then went over the Dream, which briefly sent the Star into the locker room. So the Connecticut Sun still saying, despite everything we did the offseason, we're still going to dominate. Come to Mohegan Sun and come watch the WNBA championship. And of course, Breonna Stewart says, hold my bid. Number 1 team, though, in the WNBA, and they deserve it. And, hey, they're going to be it until somebody can beat them off the chessboard. And that's the Vegas Aces. We just talked about their undefeated season was cut short due to the Sun. But in the game, that was their 3rd in 5 days in the end of a long 4-game East Coast road trip. So eventually somebody was going to get a crack at them. And it was one of the best teams in the league. They quickly bounced back with a comfortable win over the Sky. Drove to retain the first place position and still have not lost consecutive games since August of 2022. But
go Wings. We ain't got a team up here. I'm not rooting for anything from Connecticut, so go Wings.
Go Wings. We are official wing guys. I would love to see a Connecticut Sun game, but we're Wings fans over here. We want the Wings to have success. Fly, Wings, fly. That's our WNBA pregame, man, and all that. But I'm still disappointed that Brittany Griner and Diane Taurasi was definitely shit in the bed last night. Y'all got to turn.
I mean, they're like 90 combined, so it's getting rough.
Not 90.
90? 90, Will? 90?
Nah, but they both over, like, combined over 70, right? Like, they're both in the 30s, 35, 34, 35. Yeah, they're getting old.
So is Bobby still in here by chance?
Bobby!
We about to get about his boy. Bobby. So what's
any
up?
New Orleans person in the area tonight? Any New Orleans person in here in studio tonight? This story is for you, and it's not the Saints, so y'all don't gotta sit through,
They go, Bobby.
But this team might be a close second to y'all because this team ain't done shit in forever either. So let's go to it.
Oh, so they talking about Zion might be available.
Oh yeah,
that's how they plan to try to get up to get Scoop.
Well, August 18. That sounds like a good date.
And that definitely files under shit Michael Jordan would do. Trade for a guy who has all the talent in the world, but like can't get on the court.
Is he sponsored by Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Only pair of sneakers he ain't burst out of.
Put on the extra. This is a conspiracy moment right here with Will. He didn't even know it, and it's a good conspiracy because we just matched it all together. Jordan better not do that. Maybe he will.
But
maybe he will.
This is a Jordan. It got Jordan written all over this move.
Look at this, and be for real. But look at this though. He tried to go get his Jordan guys. He wanted Russ.
Yeah.
He didn't get him. Now Zion's on the plate, potentially. Yeah, Jordan gonna get somebody, and maybe it hurts him.
Zion better hope not. That man Jordan gonna be running up out of nowhere, smacking burgers out of his hand. He's not for the bullshit.
You go close to home. You go back close to home. Yeah, it might be a wrap for Zion if you go down there.
Not good. It's not good, man. Like home cooking. Oh yeah. Home cooking, and then you got the
South
fact
Carolina's where he's from, but North Carolina ain't too far.
Jordan gonna be in practice playing one-on-one with him, yelling at him the way Jimmy Butler was yelling at everybody in Minnesota.
Shout out to Godfrey, man. Shout out to my man Godfrey, man, who predicted the Nuggets would win in 5. I was looking at your little pre-final predictions, man, and you was just about on the ball, brother. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to life as well to you, man.
Shout out.
Audrey Wilson's a problem for real.
If they traded for and got Scoot, that'd be interesting. Because then I think they have the assets. They could go get Cat.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You can roll your act. That's what I'm saying. Somebody has to. You can kind of maneuver your way to go get him. But damn, man, Zion on the plate. Yeah, Bobby. I don't think they'll trade Brandon Ingram, man. I don't think they'll trade him.
They'd be crazy to do that. He's been killing for them.
He's the franchise right now.
He's a walking, talking bucket. Yeah, he's 25 every night, every time.
My thing is with this right here, it's like you have to, like whoever goes and gets Zion, if he is traded, you got to just look at what's going on right now.
Hey,
yes, that upside when he's there, but is he going to be there? And
correction.
As long as we know he may not be there, who's gonna go get him besides Michael Jordan, besides the New York Knicks? Like that's the type of team. Those are the type of teams that will get Michael Jordan, the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Like the Knicks wouldn't. RJ Barrett is there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if RJ's on the move this summer, but
he needs to be.
You do got some guys from New York that that are not iffy, but they're guys that can't compare to Zion. Maybe potentially New York can be in the running for it.
Hey, he ain't bagging boy. He paying for him, bro.
Julius Randle go to New Orleans to play with BI.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe.
I'd like that. But like,
Zion's too busy bagging porn stars. He got a somewhat of a lister though in Mariah Mills. I ain't mad at him.
You gonna put the guy tricking on porn stars in New York with a bag of money?
Yeah, you gonna set the light before.
Ain't gonna go well. That meeting gonna light his ass up. You think them text messages got out now?
Yeah.
The text messages will be posted on his doors at his crib. Like, it's gonna be bad, bro.
Crazy.
So if you had to put a probability on it, what percentage would you say that Zion gets traded?
70.
70. Ooh, that's
gonna be the oddball, and I'm gonna say 75.
Right now.
You the guy that make me want to fight during the Price is Right. Like, you trying to underbid me by like overbid me by $5.
I'm gonna
see you on the fucking stage after this. So.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just sit at a decent number. I feel I'm gonna say 45.
It's like 1,000, 1,001. Like this motherfucker.
I'm gonna say 45% chance they trade him. I'm gonna say 45% chance they trade him because I'm gonna see if anybody wants that. Does anybody want that?
He's a headache.
He is, but again, this is tailor-made, a tailor-made Jordan move. A head scratcher. The guy that nobody wants, but Jordan does. Like,
because
Jordan,
as much as
Jordan believes he can change it. He could change it. I could change it.
No, it's not the point. The NBA may just slap him on Jordan. You know why? Because they see the Hornets going down in the boiling pot again. When you thought that this was going to be a turnaround for them, but then Miles Bridges get in trouble. The Pumas don't stay tight on LaMelo Ball. You know.
Imagine the league caring about Charlotte.
Terry Rozier's your killer. PJ Washington rose from the ashes. You know.
I want Terry to come back home, man.
Somebody was saying that. I heard somebody saying that the other day. That would be
It's probably me.
That's dope. That would be dope. Scary Terry went to the crib. 75% Golfer says as well. 85 Bobby says, y'all on the high rise. I understand that. I'm going to say 45 because I don't know who will want this guy. And I don't know who will want this guy with injured goods. Probably just to sell tickets. Might be Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan might be the only one. That's why I'm going to say 45.
Yeah, Memphis falling from grace too. They're about to lose their best player for half a season, maybe more.
To me, I want to see Memphis the first. I want to see this Ja suspension first because nothing can really be said about them until Ja comes back. Because we know obviously he's going to miss some games. They're going to see what they are, but we want to see obviously where they at when Ja does come back. But ultimately when Ja comes back, it's going to be the whale because that's going to be their team.
I'm not going to lie. This could be a blessing in disguise, and it could be bad for the league suspending him for half a season. Because then I think that they'll float the ship. They'll keep the ship floating because, I mean, Tyus Jones in the backup, he's a great backup. He's a starter playing backup. So then you got him coming in, and then Ja being out officially for half a season will force Jaren Jackson to be the guy. And maybe he finally comes out of that shell, finally stops being like, I'm here one day, I'm not the next day. Maybe he starts being more consistent. And then Ja come back to that with a new appreciation for basketball because he's already look. I already stated Ja spent all that time trying to build up that clout. And the minute he heard half a season or more, he traded that clout card in right away. He was like, the guns are fake. Like he immediately traded that clout card in. So clearly he's having second thoughts and realizing that what he was doing was dumb.
Oh no! Until they slap the official suspension on him, then we got to see the rehab process, and let's see.
We got to see how mentally.
Hold on. I'm just gonna place a stupid bet because I am, and it probably won't happen. I bet you he gets caught with another gun again during the suspension.
That'd be cool. Nah, he won't. He can't.
I'm playing. No.
Yeah. I can't believe anybody's that dumb.
Hell. Hey, he has already shown a propensity to make ill-advised decisions.
Yeah, I'm aware, but that'd be like that's a whole nother tier of stupidity right there.
Hold on. What they call on the memes? Guns and buns?
Yeah, guns and buns. Him and Zion. Trade Zion there and have a whole fucking team full of Rex.
Shout out to you, Dominique. We see you. Make sure you don't be disappeared during football season this year.
Oh yeah, Dominique. You disappeared. You disappeared after the Warriors gone. Though. You're gonna be doing a lot of disappearing this year.
Whole lot of side eye.
I heard your starting QB who y'all signed in free agency was hurt, and now he has a medical clause, and he potentially may not be the starter. Oh my God! You see, they already started.
Wait, who's that?
Vegas, right?
Oh boy, good Lord!
I heard Jimmy G had to have surgery.
Porn star Jimmy.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
God bless you too, Godfrey.
God bless you too, man. You know, I heard you got some new wheels too, man. Congrats on that, brother, man.
Riding dirty, huh? Or riding clean? I can dig it. That's crazy. That's funny.
Nation.
I'm interested in that right there.
What?
They talking about Draymond maybe leaving the Warriors new CBA. He had, and it's not bad, but he rode his course. He rode his course. He's rode his course in Golden State. He knocked somebody out. He kicked somebody in the nuts. He's won championships. He's done everything in Golden State. Like, yeah.
I've gone back and forth on this. Originally, I was like, yeah, you got to move him. But now I kind of want to see maybe you could just move Poole and Moody or Poole and Kuminga and trade up and get somebody. That'd be fascinating.
I think Kuminga's rumored to be on the move, right? If I saw that.
They're not going to be able to sign him. I don't know that he's played his way into a big-ass contract, but someone will pay him because he has talent. So he's going to have to move. Moody might just be the next shooter up on the roster. But, yeah, I'm fascinated to see how that plays out because one of them got to go. And not even because of the fight thing, but also because of the fight thing. But I think one of them, Draymond or Poole, got to go, mostly because of contract situation.
Yeah, the contract situation. So, I mean, the young flashy guy, potentially could be. I mean, Draymond potentially could be safe in the situation.
You're gonna get more out of Poole.
Because you're gonna get more out of Poole. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, who's gonna bite on it? Who's gonna bite on that?
Yeah,
that's why. And I'm not saying because of what happened in the playoffs. Who's gonna bite on it? Go to State. You stick with that for another year. You go stick with that, and you get rid of Draymond because ultimately teams need a guy like Draymond. So random move.
I like this right here mainly because this is who they should have drafted in the first place. And that'd be crazy. That'll also be difficult, though, because they're going to have to pay him eventually, too.
Right, exactly.
But you can go over the cap to sign within, right?
Nah, you don't want him. You don't want him over there. We just mentioned a while ago that Lonzo's done for the rest of his career. We don't need him nowhere near his pops besides when his pops got to travel to games. We don't need him nowhere near his pops. And let's respect the ball. And let's respect LeVar. But LeVar, it just be crazy. LeVar's been quiet for a while, man. Shout out to LeVar, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing. But damn, soon as he come here, who?
Yeah, that'll be a whole new level of access.
No Triple B's coming out.
Yeah.
Never lost.
He'll be gluing his own posters to the side of the Oracle.
So our last topic for the night.
Oh, I thought that was it. I'm glad we got another one. Good.
One more.
Let's go.
We got about 10 minutes back in will, man. We know if anybody, we got 2 more minutes.
Draft, and we got to look at the NBA draft sleepers and steals.
Ooh,
I love draft sleepers. The best part of the draft for the draft sleepers, man. I mean, yeah, you got the obvious guys. Obviously, that's gonna, be in your top 5 rankings and all that. Somebody might move high up the rankings, but there's sleepers, man. There's guys that fall under the radar and then become stars. So we want to see who some of these are. According to the Bleacher Report, shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody, man. And coming through tonight, man. It's a rocking show, man. Usually the basketball show is the Max Kellerman ESPN segment of the day. If you watch ESPN and you see Max Kellerman show, nobody really watches it at that time. But this is kind of what the basketball show is, and tonight's been rocking. It's been rocking. Love it.
Let's get it. So the first one on this list, Jordan Hawkins.
Jordan Hawkins from Connecticut. Yeah, he's been a guy buzzing, man, in the last few months, man. Ever since that tournament run.
He was just carrying them at the end. It was crazy.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Says he should be a lottery lock and a bankable, viable skill. Arguably deserves consideration in the top 10. Get to some concerns about his limited creation, social athleticism, and no playmaking to speak of. Most mocks will lead you to believe he's not even guaranteed to be in the top 20. It would be a massive mistake to let him fall that fall. Knocked down 38.8% of his long range looks last season. converted 125 free throws at an 88.7% clip. So in case his picture click, lightning quick, able shooting form wasn't enough to sway you. The numbers align perfectly with the eye test.
His style of play give me Klay Thompson vibes. Just running around the court, getting free off of screens, and doesn't need but like a half an inch to get that jumper off. Yeah. Not scared to shoot with a hand. Yeah. Not scared to shoot with a hand in his face. The kid can go. And not scared of moments. Like, I get it. It's going to be a different moment when you're in the league, but he wasn't scared of the moments in college. He was hitting big shot after big shot. So I look forward to seeing. I hope it translates. Not that doesn't always translate, but I hope it does.
Definitely. We got a UCLA Bruin on the list here. Number 2, Jamie Jaquez Jr. Splits between this small and the power forward position. It's not all surprising to see more rather tepid reaction to an NBA outlook on Jamie Jaquez. He's just the type of prospect who excites most evaluators. He's either a great athlete nor much of an outside shooter, and he'll turn 23 years old during his debut season. Best front offices and developmental staffs don't worry about a prospect, is it, or what he can't currently do. Rather, they see for ways that a hooper can help their team, and Jaquez had a lot of those traits. Yeah, man, you can see it.
Jaime Jaquez, this is the type of guy that every single team from the YMCA rec all the way to the league, every team needs a guy like him.
The glue guy.
Glue guy. He'll do everything. He plays hard every play. Like I was watching the dude towards the end of the as his team advanced into the tournament. The dude was always exhausted because it seemed like he was the only one running at full speed every play.
I'm being real. This sounds like a guy that could be a Celtic. Jamie Jaquez, get rid of Grant Williams and add this man for much cheaper.
It'd be a similar role. He'd come in and play a similar role. He'd play that like that wing, try to make him defend, rebound, and hit threes. Like, I can see it. I can see Jaquez wearing green. You know,
right next to Chelsea, dog. You know the 111.
You're not, right. Chelsea, you're stupid. That's a location joke. He talking about our city right there. He's foolish.
But nah, man, I like the name. I obviously, watched a lot of basketball this season, man. Nah, dude, definitely. He's a team guy, man.
He said first exit off the Tobin. You a fool, man.
We got number. Oh damn! I thought I would skip number 3, man. I was about to go to number 4. Number 3, Chris Murray, power forward of Iowa. Last year, scouts were fawning over the pro potential of his identical twin brother Keegan, who went 4th to the Sacramento Kings and started nearly every game for their first playoff team in 16 years. The buzz isn't nearly as loud for Chris, typically marked in the latter half of the opening round, and it shouldn't be. Because he's a superior athlete and he plays with more physicality, it was easier to envision stardom for Keegan than it is with Chris now. But potential stardom is far from the only projection that matters for a draft prospect. Since most picks won't become stars, more than anything, teams want to find players who can contribute for a long time in a lot of different ways. That's where Murray ranks his mark, and that's where he makes his mark.
Yeah, look, if genes are any kind of prediction, which I know, like you don't always live up to what your brother is, but like his brother goes, and if he plays anything like his brother, he'll be good. All he got to do, really, he don't even got to be his overall good. If he keeps the jumper up the way that his brother got, he'll be valued immensely on any team. People want shooters everywhere. If you can shoot and just play a little defensive rebound, you'll have a home. And he could do those things. So I hope
he's multiple positions.
Yeah.
He's definitely good around the glass, you know, and he can fit a lot of systems.
Right.
If we got the athletic ability and just the mental of his brother, it definitely could be a plus player for a team to have a younger Keegan.
And you could kind of, if you want to, you could play him at certain times at the 2, to the 3, to the 4. The entrance music. What up? I'm back in the building.
We here.
So number 4, bring us back.
Number 4, Ben Shepherd of Belmont.
Walking bucket.
Hold on. We know what they give you. 4 years, 4 college seasons at Belmont. Never made the tournament. Of course, he doesn't have the radar. Of course, he goes to a small school. Who the hell is he? He's 6'5" with a 6'7" wingspan, is quickly approaching his 22nd birthday, and lacked the jaw jumper stats you might expect from an NBA prospect at a small school. Only 18.8 points per game. But this is where it gets interesting. He's a hair short of 2 times wing, but he basically plays the 3-and-D wing who can drive, dish, run, pick and rolls, and convert in between chances with runners and floaters.
He had a good combine, right?
Yes. In the combine, he was killing. He tailed 35 points in 2 scrimmage games, routinely flashing some of his best decision-making on the court, and appearing a step ahead of everyone. Still, the buzz isn't where it needs to be, so I see a potential second-round steal for a team. You know, a guy in the summer league who could put on potentially.
Yeah, his value is that at 6'5" and able to shoot, he can still handle the rock. And we saw a few teams in the NBA who could use somebody extra to handle the rock. He can do it. And I think the best part about him is that he's going to be ready now. He's 4 years out of college. He's going to be ready to go now.
Right.
So he'll give you immediate impact off the bench. He's not going to start. He's not going to be a star, but I like him. I think he's going to be a good pickup for whoever grabs him.
Definitely. Sleepers, man. Hey, man, get y'all sleeper tracks on, man. You can always track to see who's in mock drafts, who's going to be drafted potentially, who could get drafted, because, you know, everybody doesn't get drafted. It's only about 60 picks in the NBA draft, so, you know what I'm saying? You got to be one of those lucky ones. Number 5 on the sleeper list, a Dookie. Derek Whitehead. Just 1 year back, Derek Whitehead featured prominently in all of the recruiting rankings for both the 2022 class and slotted second overall. Fast forward to the present, you'll find the ATO hovering somewhere in the latter half of the opening round on most mocks. What happened? Suffered a foot injury that delayed the start of his college career. Recently sat him back under the knife. Then when he played, he fell short of expectations, and his creation and explosiveness he did cite 42.9% of his 3 balls and hinted at intriguing potential as a 3-and-D wing. You know who that reminds me of? Not injury-wise, but kind of like career and like a Harrison Barnes at North Carolina.
Yeah, he didn't come out to be exactly. Yeah.
And then it's like, you know, kind of you should have left your first year, but then you stayed. This case, he gets hurt. Whitehead gets hurt, and then he ends up playing and not expectation.
Yeah.
Remind me of a Harrison Barnes stop playing already. And I mean, if you can get him in the second round of the draft or the late first round, that's not bad. Let's read more about him.
Yeah, the talent is there. He needs to get fully healthy. NBA staff should help with that, get him in better shape. And look, again, we just talked about shooting at 42% from 3. You're gonna find a team.
Yep, that's impressive.
As long as it translates, you're gonna find a team. So. And if he can defend, that's a whole other level. So I like it. I like all these guys. These are all good sleepers. There's one on here that that wasn't brought up that I'll bring up. Imani Bates.
Imani Bates, definitely. Imani Bates, man. Definitely
a bucket.
Yes, a bucket for real. And he's been a bucket, man, and he's been through a lot of things, man. But you know, the journey's kind of fresh for him right now as he's able to work out for NBA teams. He's gonna be on the NBA team. I'm definitely hoping he is on draft night that he's drafted to a team and able to just, you know, get through and be a professional, you know, in the right way.
Yeah, because the shit he was doing in high school was crazy.
Bobby mentioned somebody, sleeper. His sleeper is Ricky Council.
Ricky Council the 4th, yeah.
From Arkansas. Yeah, he was putting on in the tournament.
He was. So he's named after his dad?
I'm guessing. If you're
the
4th.
And his 2 older brothers are named Ricky Council as well.
They're real creative in that family.
Ricky!
What? There's 4 people yelling, what?
What?
They probably all had nicknames just to make it easier. Or they were just confused all the time.
That's good stuff.
Oh, Lord. And we talked about our NBA draft. June 22nd, come roll with us, man. 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, 7 o'clock Central time. Come mess with your guys, the parlay. We have live, of course, and live calling. You know what I'm saying? So the number will be up possibly, maybe before the draft. And we're gonna be rolling. Yeah. We're gonna be rolling. You guys over here, Jake should be here, you know. If he's not, you know, he'll be in the comment thread, you know. But you know, the parlay for the most part should be here. and rolling. And, hopefully it's a successful one. We know it will be a successful draft. We just need you guys to come through and, tear the party down with us, man. A couple brews, you know what I'm saying, on the live stream.
I take it.
I've seen Council the 4th mark to the Celtics, too.
I take it.
George is right back. Miami gets back. And George in the face of Bosch. Serving up a facial.
Good. Bosch getting killed. I love it.
I thought you was gonna. I thought that was the clip of Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler on his knees calling the T.
Who y'all got for shout out tonight, Jen?
Petty as hell.
I got shout out to everybody tonight that tuned in, man. I'm not good with with the list of names, man, but we know we're gonna get to it tonight. So shout out to you guys, man. Like I said, a show always goes to the extreme when comments are flowing through, inputs put in. That's what we're here for, to not only entertain ourselves, but entertain you guys and, give you real life facts and opinions, man, and of things that some people may not talk about, and I'm happy that you guys are able to watch. Happy early Father's Day, man. If you don't see me anyway through the live streams or anything the rest of the week, hope everybody enjoys their Father's Day. Fathers for life. You heard me?
Absolutely. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Yeah, man. Shout out to the chat. Everybody joining us. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to the brand. Shout out to you fellas. I think we're gonna go. Let me see. MVP. MVP is either Bobby or Godfrey. I might have to split it because they both was going to work.
Anthony was going to ham too, man.
Anthony was too, man. We go.
Everybody. Hey, all y'all the MVPs. So basketball is so, Joker should have won the MVP, but they gave it to Embiid. You know what we gonna do, man? We ain't gonna go into voting right now.
You might have to all hold the trophy up just because one thing I noticed the whole time, we maintained at 9 viewers the entire show, man. Y'all was here, man. So I appreciate y'all.
So we're gonna say this. Next week, the person who's the dog next week will be the MVP for this week and next week. Because consistency matters, man. No bull crap. And I know all you guys will be back around, and show that consistency. Appreciate the newcomers tonight too, man. Curvin, you know what I'm saying? And there was it Ryan with the hot take. Shout out to all the newbies in the chat. Definitely, Bobby, man. Definitely, man. Definitely a blessing.
Yo, that
shout
is
out to, Bobby, Darnell, Jake, Anthony, Miss Renee, Bailey, Frankie, Kevin, Ryan, Godfrey, and Dominique. We appreciate y'all
in the building tonight, man. Warriors, come on.
You, Dominique. See you. We see you.
He heard some Warriors talk. That's why he came in.
Yeah.
Hanging out with the boys, man. Great show as always. It's definitely driven by the viewers because we are STWF powered by the fans. Man, y'all done hung out with us. Another masterpiece in the making. I got you, bro. Now I said your name. I said your name second, right after Bobby.
Daryl Randolph, yo, Daryl, you better stop coming out here acting crazy, dog. I always said Darnell.
He said Cowboys fans, man.
Yo, Daryl, man, you better come. Hey, yo, Daryl, when you coming up here for the summer, dog? What up, dog? I'll get up with you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Dude, man.
Appreciate you too, Bobby. All y'all.
A touchdown or something.
Got it updated on my side, Daryl.
Appreciate you.
Is it Daryl or Darrell?
It's Daryl.
Daryl, all right.
He look like a Darnell.
He look like a Darnell. Except we got a Darnell in the hood. We can't do that.
Y'all through. We appreciate y'all, man. Be on the lookout for our hot spot. Jake came in the other morning. Me and two and Chill Will got something coming to y'all this week. So be on the lookout for that.
Oh, yeah.
Pop in, hit you across your head with something, and then slide back out. Like a ninja, baby. That's how we do it. Well, appreciate you hanging out with your boys, man. Again, you just witnessed another masterpiece. We see y'all soon. Be there, be square. Peace.
Peace.